This is Quiet as Kev. I'm Fred, yours truly.
I'm Jose Got Beats.
And I'm Macy Mac 3 Stocks.
What's up, Three Stocks?
Now you acting like, what's his name? From the hip hop.
Macy in her Unabomber look right now.
Yeah, this is I don't feel that great. So here I am.
Oh, okay. So you got two. Anytime we see you with two ponies, glasses, and a hoodie on, that means you're not feeling
good. I'm being inconspicuous also while ripping State.
We see you.
Not my school, but you know.
I mean, it's mine, but you know, there's no alumni loyalty over here.
Dang. So how y'all been today? What number y'all on? Y'all on a 10? Y'all on a 2?
I guess I'll go first. I'm at 8.
Okay.
That's good. You just got done coming from Timbuktu and you still have some good energy.
Yep, have came from buttfuck nowhere to do this episode, and hey, I feel great. Guess what, guys? I am regular. So.
Oh my gosh, this digestive update. We need a Rolaids or a Tums sponsor.
I am trying to get us that Athletic Green sponsorship.
We need an antacid beater, huh?
I know. We need to get on
Athletic Greens. I am willing to do a sponsorship for you guys to promote gut health. It's all about gut health.
Probiotic kombucha ass.
Yeah. It was all about after 35.
If you get a Poppy sponsor from this, then I will definitely be so happy because that's like my favorite soda drink. I
like Poppy.
Yes, it's so good. I also enjoy Clearly Canadian, which is not prebiotic soda. It's just sparkling water from the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, Clearly Canadian was popping when we was young.
Yes, and I still drink it. It's so freaking good. I think Country Raspberry is my favorite. So if anyone loves me out there, just...
No one does. All right, let's move on.
I remember buying, they had them at...
What's your number?
Kroger, they had them on sale, and I bought a bunch of them so the kids could try them. They was fucking with them.
Okay, see?
They was fucking with them. They like that cherry.
Oh, yeah, the cherry is good, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fred, what number are you at?
I'm at, let's say like 6, 7 area.
What? What are you talking about? There's no
5
way.
last week, so it's a small, you know.
Yeah, I've improved since last week.
No, this fool, y'all don't know. Fred the whole day been talking about something. I'm such in a good mood. It's going to be on 10. And then
I didn't say nothing about a number. Look, she just put a whole...
But he did say he was in such a good mood, all this stuff. And then he gets on here talking about 6, 7.
I can be in a good mood and still be at a certain number. I'm going to bring it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you won't bring it. I'm just saying, like, 6 is... Like, I would not consider 6 equivalent to good mood.
Well, my mood is one thing and my reality is the other.
I guess.
Yeah, man. Just bring it. It's already been brought.
We're in the intersection of both those things.
It's already been brought.
I knew that'd get it out of Gabrielle Union's face.
Oh, God.
I hate her acting, but I'll save that for another day.
You know what? I am with you on that.
Drink of the day. New Realm Brewing.
I don't have brew, but I have public spring water. So.
I do have one. I getting back to my cologne. So cologne of the week, Versace Eros.
Oh,
just got it.
Jose trying to smell good so he can pick himself up somebody.
I just like to smell
Versace.
Actually, one of my favorite scents is Versace Bright Crystal. And it smells so good. Like every time I have it on, people be like, "Ooh, what is that?" Anyway.
Okay.
It's for
So
my
what's your number?
is,
Two tails and
I'm gonna
glasses.
say like the same as last week, like an 8.5.
Oh, okay.
That I like that size. So
Huh?
And that's her
What?
comfortable size.
You can take that in so many different contexts
That-
of what you just said.
That allows her to pull out her best game.
Stop.
8.5. I
was
like that
talking
size.
about my shoe size. That's what
Pause.
size I wear.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, Fred, it went over your head for a second. Like, what you didn't hear what you just said? Like,
She know what she did there. Don't let her fool you. She know what she did there.
no, she knows. Yeah,
I'm angelic. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Please expedite. Ain't that what you said a couple weeks ago? the four expedite.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I guess we're all in pretty decent mood. So
Don't diminish my 6 to 7. You just said pretty decent. Damn.
I'm saying though, that's just. I mean, I'm surprised that you had hit me with that because all day he talking about, yeah, and then sending little gifs and everything of how his mood is, all excited. And
I've
then
never heard a nigga say GIF. This is not peanut butter. This is not peanut butter.
Whatever. You know, I'm an old millennial, so I mess it up from time to time.
It's all right. I got to give you a hard time since you're giving me one.
Yeah. So we got some good topics today. We got men's health up on the docket. Black men's health specifically, because it's important to check in with our brothers sometimes and let them know it's okay to let your emotions out and deal with them. How y'all handle?
Yeah.
How do y'all handle dealing with your emotions as young Black men?
How do we handle dealing with our emotions?
Yeah, like, do you hold it inside? Did you have to learn how to express them or compress them? Like, what do you do when you have a day that you're like, dang, I feel like everything's piling up on me, piling up. Do you talk to someone? Do you have a therapist? What's your go-to method to decompress?
That's a really good question. Jose, did you want to go or did you?
I guess I go first.
Okay.
The one thing I'll say recently over the last 2 years of being single and alone, I ain't gonna say that sounds real bad when I say alone.
Yeah, that sounds very
Alone and by myself and I'll say by myself or whatever, single, is that even when I was in a relationship, I need something to like keep my mind off of things. Mm-hmm. Minus reefer, because that was like one thing that was really good for me. But I have been sober mostly. So like, really, I use music or anything that's artistic that brings out my artistic side. So really, just being in a house DJing or working on a beat, that usually keep my mind off of things. Just really for me staying busy.
So for you would prefer self-medication, which is either using a substance or using a form of expression to change whatever mood that you're in.
Yeah, like if I don't have like a friend I'm talking to, usually or just mainly just DJing, producing, making a beat, just staying active, going to the gym.
Nice. Gym helps. That releases a lot of
stress.
You said what?
A lot of stress.
Yes, a lot of stress. I was thinking of toxins of some sort, but I can't remember. The actual medical term.
You sweat it all out.
Yeah.
Get everything moving.
What about you, Fred? You have a built-in therapist, kind of.
Yeah, I think your partner is always good, but then it's always a fine line you walk because you don't want to like
Hmm.
load them up with just too much because they got
Right.
their own thing they going through too. Um, so I'm like Jose. I like running. Running is a good thing for me. It's like me and my thoughts and the music and just kind of getting out there and doing that. Um, and then even just from like a counselor, I do counseling. Um, maybe not as often as I should, but I do that as well. So you just got to find what work, find your good balance, and
Do
try
you,
not to. I try not to load my partner because you can really wear them out. You know what I'm saying? And then you create
yeah,
more problems, more arguments, more. You know what I'm saying?
that's so true. Now, do you guys feel like the stigma of Black men going to therapy has been lifted in the last several years, or do you feel like a lot of men still have this kind of, um, I don't want to say fear, but they just don't want to go see a therapist because they don't want the connotation that that could bring?
I guess I go. I can't speak for all Black men, but there is that notion of like we don't want to be vulnerable to things or want people to see our weakness. And I think over the last couple of years, it's seen like an increase of men being open and being major pause, but being
But say why? I don't know about that. Go ahead.
I mean we're in Atlanta, we are in Atlanta, but men just actually being comfortable with letting out their feelings and we would that saying that sentence right there, we wouldn't letting our feelings out, you get laughed at like 20 years ago. But I think it's good that it's in a direction right now to where it's gives a fuck.
What about
Gotta
when
cry, you know.
What about when people say that since you've expressed yourself a certain way that you're sassy? Do you feel like that's um, an unjust way of describing a man being connected emotionally?
I don't know. I think I could be wrong. I think the sassy stuff is when they say you do stuff that like it's gonna sound horrible to say, but like a woman would do. I think that's where
Yeah.
the sassy come in. But I first of all, I don't like that whole shit. But then just to piggyback on Jose, I think like the stigma around um, like counseling or therapy is like
Mhm.
just a Black community thing. Because even
Yeah.
like a guy, like if you were to say like you do that, I think sometimes women don't even, some women, not all, but they don't understand that you can go to counseling and not be fucked up.
Oh yeah.
You may need to go to get yourself to a certain point, but a lot of people go to try to maintain and like prevent
Yeah.
something from happening, be proactive. So I feel like
Yeah.
Absolutely.
sometimes women that see a man going like, so this crazy
Wrong with
nigga,
you?
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think a lot. I think also in our community also is like we kind of like use church as that also.
Yeah. You can. That
That's
has
true.
been that is the old school way.
It
Right.
is. It
Yeah,
But
is.
like the
it's
alt.
not only our community. I think all communities have the same thing,
Yeah.
especially if you're Catholic and confessional. Um, that's a form of letting it all out, so to speak.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What? Am I frozen?
No, you're
Mosquito was gonna get me, but I'm what?
you're good.
Oh, why did you say uh-oh then, Fred?
Because it like froze. I couldn't hear neither one of y'all, but maybe it was just on my end.
Oh. Don't know. But I agree with you about sometimes I will say I'm not gonna front. Once when I was, I guess, younger in the dating game, a guy was telling me that he was going to therapy. And I was like, oh, he might be crazy. Like, I don't want to mess with him. But actually, my gut
Could have been a
feeling
good
and
man.
my intuition was not wrong. Because the reason in which he was going to counseling was something. It kind of was mandated because of his anger issues from a past, um, like little situation he had gotten into that was illegal situation.
Okay.
So,
But did it help him out?
what'd you say?
Did it help him out?
Did it help him? I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't stick around.
She ain't stick around, bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
So the stigma we just said is this is what we're talking about.
but I was young, okay.
So
But
can
no.
I say this though? Can I say this? It sounds like this is like probably late 2000s, early 2010. So like, I know we all sports fans. We all remember this. Remember when Ron Artest said like, "I have a counselor."
I don't remember that, but he
Brett,
definitely
you remember that? You're
Yeah,
Lakers.
that's when they won the titles.
Yeah, you're a Lakers fan,
no,
but like,
I remember that. That was like the
yeah,
kickoff to mental
and everybody
health
thought he
in
was
the
crazy.
NBA.
Everybody
But
thought
he
Metal
did,
World Peace
but
was crazy.
he did. I don't know.
But it was the best thing for him, though. But it was the best thing for him.
Oh yeah, I mean, him saying that was brave and bold, and it was the best thing for him. I think it calmed him down a lot, but that didn't change me from thinking that he was like, I thought he was crazy before he even announced that he sought counseling. Personally, me.
Yeah. I think I'm sorry. You said but
I'm saying this, like, counseling that's mandated by the court is different from you going to counseling on your own because you're recognizing or, being suggested by your doctor that you may need to, talk some things out with someone. Like, you wait until you doing something illegal, and that's too much for me. I don't want to be involved with that. Like, you done broke somebody's jaw because you can't handle your anger, or you're doing destructive stuff, hitting on people, domestic violence. Like, that's, why would me want to be involved with that? Like, I think my gut was spot on in that situation. But if I were to meet a man in this point in my life, and they said like, oh yeah, I have my counseling sessions on Thursdays each week for an hour, so I'll be unavailable to speak to you at that time, I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, no questions asked. I probably wouldn't even ask why they went. I'd probably be just like, cool, take care of your business.
So I guess two things. If it's mandated and a person just gets in there and then they actually learn what they can do and benefit them, and it helps them like turn things around, I don't know. I feel like it may not be the best way to get to it, but it's like at least they got to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely. I'm not saying that counseling would ever be a detriment to someone. All I'm saying is, if you already done created a legal record that is, if I did a background check and I can see, oh, such and such busted such and such windows out because they have anger issues and they had to spend, X amount of days in the county because of this, I don't want to be involved. But if you're trying to go to prohibit that from happening, then I'd be like, okay,
But to counter what you're saying though, like, sometimes, especially people in the hood, don't know that they have something wrong with them mentally. And what if they do go to jail and they have a court mandated counseling and they found out they're bipolar?
I don't care. You in jail, like, I don't want nothing to do with people that are in jail, going to jail. Like, I understand everyone gets locked up maybe once in their life, but if you have a criminal record, I don't want to be involved. Like, personally, me, Macy, I don't want it. Now, there are some girls that love a jailbird or will stay down. Like, I'm not waiting around for you. I'm not trying to not go to Turks and Caicos because you can't get in because your criminal record. Like, no, I don't want that.
You don't want to wait the 5 years? Like,
No, I
all
don't
right.
want
So,
Turks and Caicos.
that.
so
I'm just
kind of like to
saying.
close this whole thing out. Like, fellas out there, you gotta have a clean record and be 100% sane.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to be
For
100%,
sex.
but just like
Yeah.
95.5%.
See, Jose, I told you, women from the Midwest,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
like
you
a
did.
little wild ride, bro. They
You
like a
did.
little
You
controversy.
did. Oh,
She wanna,
you warned me about it, and I already know. So
she knows. She want a Negro to have a little hoodness to him.
I don't know about
like
it. Just a
4.5%.
little bit of, sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Like they,
All right.
they
I don't. All right. All right.
So, that's
No.
just that's
That
just
song
me.
is dead and buried. All right.
Actually, it's not, because you know what? They
Oh.
played it
No.
on the DNC for the state of California. So.
That means it's dead.
Yeah.
The DNC.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
what about for Ohio? They played John Legend, Greenlight. They played a whole bunch
You
of
guys
stuff.
are a lot of y'all. You guys, since Princeton Vance been out
We
there,
could have had anything. We could have had the Isley brothers. We could have
Ohio
had
is.
Ohio players. We could have played Bone Thugs and Harmony, Avant. Like, there's so many ways. Nirvana, not Nirvana. I'm sorry, but Marilyn Manson. We could have gone so many ways.
What about the Black Keys? Ain't that their names? The ones that was from
Yeah.
Wait, Marilyn Manson's from Ohio?
Yeah,
so is the Black Keys.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is. He went
We
to
are
high school
rock
down the
stars
street.
in the dope show. Sorry.
I love
Okay.
I went to his concert, so I like
Oh.
Marilyn Manson.
And she
I was
has
in a
the
mosh
nerves to
pit.
be worried about somebody with a record or a little bit of mental
Yeah, exactly.
stability.
Yeah,
you got a fucking Marilyn
Yeah,
Manson.
you went to a Marilyn Manson
So,
concert.
everybody
Oh, matter of
listens
fact,
to somebody.
She was the one that was like trying to like think that I was into ICP, and she's going to a Marilyn Manson concert.
I
Shame
love
on you.
Marilyn Manson.
Shame her. Shame. Shame her right now.
Isn't that the gentleman who got his ribs removed?
That was a rumor. But you know how I don't know if we talked about this, but it was like a trending topic on the internet one time, how everybody was saying how these rumors, these urban legends would get around and there was no internet. But for some reason, everybody knew that Sierra was maybe what did they say, a transvestite?
She was a hermaphrodite.
Hermaphrodite, right.
Yeah, that was big down here.
Lauryn Hill killed herself.
That was like real huge down here when that she had a large
Adam's apple and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I remember Lauryn Hill committed suicide. Did y'all hear that one?
Who?
Lauryn Hill had committed suicide.
No, I never heard of that.
Y'all don't remember it, man? That was when we were younger.
Tupac in Cuba. That's.
What is? Oh yeah, you're saying that he didn't die.
Yeah.
Tupac's in Cuba. No, I never heard that one. I mean, Detox coming out. That's like another one also.
Shit. Detox.
I stay messing up lyrics.
But yeah, the whole Tyrese thing. What do y'all got to say about that? Because
I don't know. I guess it ties into what we were talking about earlier. About what, like, mental stability and all that good stuff. Well, his big thing was what? I know he started crying and talking about his ex-wife, and
he was talking about grief and how he's overcome his grief to function in his daily life. One thing that he said that resonated with me was that, I don't know what the exact quote was, so definitely going to misquote this, but he said something about he has 24 hours in each day to where he's just getting by. And I feel him. I'm not going through any grief right now, but I can imagine it's hard to lose your two sisters, your mother, get divorced, lifestyle change, ups and downs of your career, and stay balanced when you're
Yeah.
criticized by the internet every day.
Yeah.
So, um, that probably takes a lot on him mentally, and he just was being very transparent about his journey through those phases of life, and I thought that was commendable. Although I will say it's hard for me to take him serious all the time because, like, sometimes I'm like, "Are you method acting right now? Or are you
It did
being?"
look like a lot of like just scene.
I don't
Look at
know.
this bracelet. $23 on Amazon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The crazy thing with him is like he's been on the Breakfast Club a couple times. And I think like
It's the
each
worst
time
platform to do it on.
each time he like I don't know, like the one today was almost like uh to be continued from the last one. You know what I mean? It's like he has a
Yeah.
whole little thing. You know, like him and Charlemagne and Envy, they're all like in a group chat and shit, like personals with other people. So they have like their own little thing.
Oh,
Like
so they are you saying they are for real? I didn't know this.
no, yeah, they do connect. I mean, they really like him and Envy really had a back and forth like on the
Uh,
last time that Tyrese and Envy did, and that's why Charlemagne like got up and hugged him and shit when he was crying because they actually are cool
Friends.
outside of you know.
See, my thing is I really don't like Charlemagne's interview style because this is why you can tell someone that actually studied journalism and someone that is just a personality and that's on air because he never lets the star or the guest or the talent complete their thoughts without jumping in and trying to formulate their words even if they're having trouble spitting it out. Like, let them figure
Pause.
it out and push whatever their thought is out and move on. Like, I hate that. Like, he
But
always ruins the mood when he does that.
sometimes he get his payback when you have like a Bill Burr on there and you just roasted his ass. It makes up for it.
I mean, maybe, but I just feel
That was
like
like very satisfying when Bill Burr roasted his ass. Like that was like, real
I mean, I
satisfying.
don't even want to hear an uncomfortable situation to where someone's getting roasted. I just want if the talent's on there, I want to hear from that person. I want like what if
That's
I'm Tyrese's biggest fan and I finally get to
not the
hear
platform. That's not the platform to go to.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that's
You
not
need
the
to go to Sway. You
platform.
need to go to Shade 445. I said 445. 45.
But as a fan of any artist, if they're on, like if Beyonce was on The Breakfast Club, even though I personally don't love The Breakfast Club, I would tune in because Beyonce is on there. So I still want to hear what she has to say without him shaping her opinion or formulating whatever she's thought she's trying to get out. And
Yeah.
that's what he does. It's so freaking annoying. Or he'll
But
cut you off and ask another question before you're done completely answering a question. Stop.
Charlemagne get that from Charlemagne reminds me so much of Howard Stern.
Yeah.
So much. Because
I
Howard Stern does the
I
same
don't
shit.
disagree. I will say Howard Stern is they're both very impatient interviewers, but
Yeah.
also Howard Stern gives more of a like ADHD type vibe. Like he can't focus. If you're taking too long to get to the point, he's like, okay, I'm off it. But Charlemagne's not like that. He just wants to be like you could be like, yeah, and then yesterday, and then Charlemagne would be like, you rode a bike. Yesterday you rode a bike, and then you'd be like, I mean, yeah, I did ride a bike, but it wasn't yesterday. And so back to what I was saying, like that's how he is. It's very frustrating as a listener.
He tried to tangle you up.
Yeah,
Yeah. But he's like
but
a shot jock. Ain't that what they call them? Shot
Yeah, he's a
jocks?
shot jock.
yeah,
And he came from up under Wendy Williams, so it's like you know what her
yes,
shock jock shit was. So he
but no, no, no. Wendy was not. Now Wendy is an excellent interviewer. She might say something offensive. Actually, she will say something
Yeah.
offensive.
I was like,
But
we all heard the Whitney Houston interview.
she still will. Oh, that was the best. I loved it. Even when she went in on Diddy and told his secrets before everybody knew his secrets.
yeah.
Um, but she's very patient. She will. she'll ask you the questions and listen to you elaborate. And if you're wrong, she'll correct you or steer. Like if you start spitting some facts that ain't really facts, or saying something that's not really as she heard the story, she'll correct you. But she lets you finish what you're saying, and she asks very, very good specific questions. That's not what Charlemagne does.
No.
And he be
That's why I don't.
demeaning with it. He be like, "What's up with you crying on the internet all the time?" Like,
Yeah, I know
He's
what you
he's
mean.
he's meant to get the views, the likes, all
Yeah.
of those little sound bites he
Yep.
does. Like he doesn't dominate the whole interview because Envy will ask some questions. Whoever girl is there will ask a couple questions, but
yeah, what? That's another thing I don't understand. But I guess I'll save that for after the
I
pod
I
to
stopped
ask
watching
her.
Breakfast Club years ago. But because I mean that's where I like I already know there's going to be some bullshit there. Like I already know you're not going to get a fair interview. Like you're going to get like a lot of viral stuff that happened there.
I
The
I think yeah, I
Drake.
think they also
You're going to get
treat
all that type
people
of stuff there.
a certain way based on who they are too.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
And they
Or
talk about
how
too,
the media perceives them. Like if they're
right.
not really like cool to the kids in the street, they'll be like, "Oh, you doing this? Are you whack?" Or blah 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 blah.
Yeah. And it's kind of suck. I mean, because like yeah, the internet don't really take Tyrese seriously because he's
I
very
mean,
memeable.
he does it to himself. Like no one told you to get on the stage singing the national anthem in a Marvin Gaye esque type of beard, doing all of that. Like, I'm not gonna take you seriously. Come on now. You could have killed that with your own personal voice, but you were, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason behind it that I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they talked about that. They talked about
I didn't hear that part. So
yeah, he talked about being on anxiety medication and how he like had a breakdown before and
yeah,
how
and
he
that's
like
serious. Like
yeah.
those are serious topics that they should have used as a lesson or something to help the community, especially with Charlemagne always saying like, "Oh, we need to I want to help my community." Okay, this is an important topic and you're not saying anything.
No,
That's
but he did though. If you listen to the interview, he pretty much let Tyrese say all the stuff, which is stuff that I didn't know. Like he lost both his sisters, his mom, all
Mhm.
like him being on anxiety medication. He talked about living in a cul-de-sac because it's not a lot of traffic. And if
Yeah,
it's a lot of cars right by his house, it makes his anxiety like he was
shoot.
hollering for real. That's why Charlamagne got up and gave him a hug, like, I love you, black man, because it was like the nigga kind of just let it all out. And it was like he couldn't make no joke of it at the he had to just let like, oh, this shit is serious. Like this dude
Yeah.
really you know what I mean?
But the thing, at the same time, if you're in his group chat and you know that he's having all these issues and you're still like, here's the tissue, and like trying to force him to wipe his tears, it didn't seem genuine. It seemed like, nigga, you soft. Get this tissue type stuff.
Well, I don't know. The way I took it, listen to it was like, here's this tissue, wipe your face so that they don't make this a Jordan crying meme.
And
You
that
know what I
could be
mean?
it too. And that would be actually sensible.
Yeah, I think he was almost kind of like, I don't want like if Jose start crying out, like I don't want my dude to go out like that. You know what I mean? Type.
Mhm.
Even though he joke
This
around, but that's the
episode
kind
won't
of
be
vibe
out.
I got.
I'm cutting shit out.
And cut.
Shit won't see the light of day.
What more do you want from me?
Editing.
All right, so let me ask you this. And this goes on to the show. They had a segment after the Tyrese interview where they had people call in talking about if you still talking about your ex, if you bringing your ex up, do you feel like it's appropriate? And I'm only asking that because he brings her up, but it's because she brings him up too. You know what I mean? Like in her
Are you
interviews and
talking about his
posts,
ex or his ex-wife?
his ex-wife, the one that did the court and all that shit.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. To me personally, if you had an experience with someone and you're not finished talking about it, then talk about it. Like, I don't care. Now, it's gonna lead me to believe that you're probably not over that person, or there's some kind of tension or unresolved issue, obviously, that needs to be sorted out. But I don't know. If you want to talk about them, do it, as long as you don't have a gag order to prevent it.
Yeah, right. Let me ask y'all this: have y'all ever had an ex that you feel like there was no closure? How did it feel? Did you feel like you talked about them because you were didn't have closure, or do you just like delete them and keep it moving?
I go with the delete.
I think all of my exes eventually I got closure, because even if they like I've been ghosted by maybe two guys, and
Damn.
then they always come back around. Like they do. And I think that's so weak, because you think I'm gonna boost your ego up by allowing my time to be taken up again. But like sometimes I will like just get the information I want and then move on. But like I feel like I had closure with everyone.
Okay. Okay.
Me. But I know that's not the same with everyone.
My
No, for
closure is
sure.
with that little awesome button called the black button. So,
Black, 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 black.
yep,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
works.
I don't know.
Blockade.
Sometimes I think closure is not even necessary. Like you might be wondering in your mind, but it's like eventually no one gives a flying fuck about it. Like 5 years from now, you ain't gonna be thinking about that person
Yeah.
unless you have kids by them or something like that. But I'm saying, like, if it was something like y'all dated for 3 months or something.
Oh no, I
So
think yeah, like
yeah, no. I get what you're saying. That little bit of stuff don't matter. I just feel like sometimes closure can help both parties. And I feel like sometimes when a party is like, I don't need no closure, you might need it because you might need to learn something from this. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
the
you
closure
could.
sometimes could be you getting something you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I
Yeah,
moving forward, I probably shouldn't do that again.
yeah, yeah. That I mean, I think it could be a good thing. Also, I'm just saying that um
Fuck them
sometimes
hoes. That's what you
it's
say.
sometimes it's not necessary, because you might get drugged back into some nonsense you ain't need nothing to
You
do
said
with.
get drugged.
Drug back
Oh,
in.
my bad. My bad. I'm like, I ain't never
Child,
know you to
put me on some acting like I'm Rick Ross or something.
pop one, pop two, two, half, that's three. We know you're a Gucci fan, you know?
oh totally.
Look, I ain't a pill popper though. I just like to rap about it.
Oh God. Here we go. Jose,
Yeah, I'm just scared.
555 is about to get recorded.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for that 555 album so that I can lift my Jay Z band for my title, so I can go ahead and listen to
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
the Jigga Man.
Right. This just continues on.
Listen to the Jigga Man.
we acting like we're live right now, but I guess
Are,
we'll
are we
clip
live,
this up.
Charlamagne? Are we live?
We'll clip this up for y'all and see what you think. Let us know what you think about Black Men's Health. Let us know what you think about 444, and if it's the second best Jay Z album, or if Jose is just tripping and trolling us.
Or is it number one amongst Gen Z?
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I
Please
know
let.
damn well 444 is the best Jay Z album since damn near probably Black Album. No, I'm gonna say Black Album.
I wish I had the exit button, because he really is wilding. Really.
I thought Black Album was average, but
All right.
Nigga, this threats, nigga. Nigga, this
Niggas
threats.
crank. Everybody thought that was so funny. Do you remember?
And
yeah, I
I'm real
remember.
about mine.
They were
I
like,
actually bought. I
"Oh,
actually
this."
bought that album. That's the first Jay Z album I actually bought.
See, that's how we know, because
Yeah.
you late to the game.
Right. If that's the first Jay Z album you bought, then you need
I
to
mean, no,
push
I
you off
had
the plane
bootlegs.
now. Open your parachute. You're done.
No, I had bootleggers. Come on.
Still, that means you wasn't a fan. You a fan.
Yeah.
You a fan. You a fan.
Now, and later in the years, I did buy.
Too late, bro. Too late. Too late.
By then, I wasn't buying. By then, I was like, okay.
No.
Get the CD, 12-inch vinyl. Get the tape. Come on now. Jay-Z telling you what to do, man. You don't want to listen.
I just download on my streaming platform.
Yeah. Shout out to BearShare. Shout out to LimeWire. Morpheus. You've been a real one for me back in the day.
That's an old one.
Right.
Y'all know about it.
Right.
Anyway.
All right. Well, so does anyone have any quiet as kept? Y'all sat here looking at me like I said something foreign.
Oh, no, I thought somebody was going to go have one ready.
No? Quiet as kept, Jose be trolling. And that's fine.
I do. I wake up every day either wanting to hate or wanting to troll. But guess what? My quiet is kept to go on with this little thing we're doing. Don't take life serious. Laugh. And Macy, smile, goddammit.
And keep your head up.
I know. Let me make sure I walk with my chin up from now on.
Oh my God. Well, I had a quiet as kept, but y'all did two good ones, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
I feel like you should have said quiet as kept, black men cry.
Black men cry.
Copyright Tyrese.
Right, that's his shit.
Black men do cry.
What more do you want from me? All right, with that being said, I'm Fred, yours truly.
I'm Jose Got Beats.
And I'm Macy Mac 3 Stacks.
What's this?
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yim, shimmy, yeah. Give me the beat, and I'm a.
Okay. All right, that's how we close the shit. We'll close it out with that. Bye.
Maybe I like it raw.
Whoa.
Maybe I like it raw.
That's what she had.
She had a lot of questionable things said today.